his last run in your prime.
What is the balance right now? Yeah. What is the balance right now of obviously the situation with Luka, yet to your point of LeBron here at this stage of his career?
Honestly, I don't think it works. I just don't think it works.
What do you mean it doesn't work?
Wait. This, okay. There's levels to this.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
There's levels to this. Is there a scenario where they could build a team around Luka in the short term, right? And then there's LeBron, and at the 50-something million, let's say his numbers drop down and he gives you 23, 7, and 7. Like, there's not a lot of players out there that can do that for you. Is it still the exact same level that he once was? No. But like players like him still don't grow on trees. So if this is his last year, let him play out his last year. With all due respect, Luka and the Lakers aren't necessarily going anywhere. It's not like they're one player away. So when I look at this, I'm like, why not play your last year there? And then, Bron, you are a free agent. If you so choose.
At 43 years old.
Yeah, same with Tom Brady. Played till he was 45. We look at the age, but look at the production and the numbers. He's still playing games. He's still productive. He went to the playoffs. Their team went against a better team. And that was kind of the end of the story.
I agree with that, but I don't agree with that.
Okay, I'm listening.
My thing is, I would rather have a good team. I'm going to just basically say this for the Cavs. If the Cavs can insert Braun at that 3 position, right? You have Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, you have Braun. But he would need a buyout, obviously. Then you have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. That is a vastly different team with him as a facilitator for your 2 scoring guys.
That's a different story. That's a different.
No, so for me, I'm saying the Lakers situation is, yes, they're not 1 piece, they're not 3 pieces away from being a chip in a tougher West Coast conference. So, the Western Conference, yeah.
What's the balance of, as Shams was talking about, I had to pull up this quote because I saw it earlier today. One side talking about competing for the future, but that also being competing for a championship, and then LeBron's winning a championship.
I just don't think the way the apron is set up, with LeBron making $50 million in today's age, you can compete on the Lakers with that roster against OKC, Minnesota, Houston. I just don't think so. I just don't think so.
Keep going.
Oh, God.
Where are you going?
Richard, he has worse ADD than I do. And people are like, Shannon.
How did he even see? Look at this little youngster that was just here a second ago.
Robert Peck.
This guy.
This is actually why we shouldn't come to the concourse.
Right.
Okay, I'm back. My ADD is kicked back in. Okay, so this is my thing. If you're talking about a buyout with the Lakers, that's a different story.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. If the Lakers want to give LeBron his $50 million and tell him to go away, yeah, I think Cleveland would be the best place for him, especially if you're talking about a goodbye tour championship. Now, understand this. Remember this, fans. Miami hasn't won a championship. They've been to a couple of finals. They haven't won a championship since LeBron left. The Bulls have never been to a finals since LeBron left. Cleveland has never been out of the second round. Cleveland has never been to a conference finals without LeBron. And I say that to say it's not just LeBron, but Michael Jordan. There's players that once you move on from them, the shit ain't as easy as these guys made it look. So when you're saying, hey, we're going to move on from them, okay, that's fine. But understand that, it can be more difficult to just say, hey, we're just going to move on and we're going to rebuild. If you've got LeBron, the goal is to make everything you can work around him within reason for what you're doing currently and then in the future.
So you're saying it would be a mistake to move on from the LeBron era right now?
Well, because I don't think that there's anything that you're going to do with your team. If you buy LeBron out, you're not getting any assets in return. You're not doing LeBron James. You don't get any assets.
Sorry.
Yeah, you got
no. But what I'm saying is, you're not, because of his salary, no one is going to take that on this year in a championship caliber. No. So you have to let him go. Say, hey, if this is your last year, which it probably most likely is, we need to start the Luka era. Luka's 26. We need to start this at some point. We just LeBron doesn't look like he's slowing down until he chooses. So for me, if I'm a new owner, if I'm, and that other report came out like they told Luka, I want him to have a relationship with my 26-year-old, not my 42-year-old, regardless of who he is.
See, what
regardless. And here's the honest truth. Bron and Luka and 4 other people are not going to win a chip in the West.
I like him in Cleveland. If we're talking about buyout, and
Stop playing into the rumors. Stop playing into the rumors.
I'm going to play into the rumor.
This is what I would say.
The Cleveland rumor?
No, I'm not.
How does that not work?
I'm not buying. First of all,
if you have nothing but shooters on that team, and he could be a facilitator, stop.
If I'm not buying into anything, right? But if they can bring LeBron in, and LeBron were to hypothetically get bought out, if you were to look at what's the best place that makes the most sense, that would be competitive and really high level.
What a fucking storyline.
You guys have won at the highest level with him. You obviously understand the positives to playing alongside of him. Are there cons?
Hell yeah, there's cons. You want to know what the con is? Is there a camera here? What's camera in my life? Here are the cons. Playing with LeBron sucks because you're trying to win a championship. He's one of the most competitive human beings in the history of American sports and sports in general. Does it suck when you're showing up and he's already been practicing for 4 hours and you're like, oh shit, when he's watching film and you mess up a play and he's just like, motherfucker, what are you doing? And it's like, yeah, those are the cons, but there were cons for playing with Jordan. There were cons for playing with Kobe. There were cons for playing with players that were so great that they demanded excellence. There was cons for playing for Pat Riley or Popovich or Spoelstra. There's always cons when you're trying to win at the highest level.
I think there's really no cons if you know yourself. Because Bron was like Shannon, and I go, I can't move. Like, what have you not? You've seen film. I can't get that.
No.
Shannon, go get that ball. How? How do you want me to? It's too late, Bron. I am who I am. I'm not getting that rebound. I'm here so you don't get double teamed. Lower the expectations, big dog.
They were low.
Dude, I've seen players. Oh, they were very low. Until we won a chip. Richard didn't win, so I was there.
So you hit those 8 threes in Atlanta.
Sweet.
It was 8.
It was it
might have been.
That was like 3 or 4.
We just went to his house and read the
6.
whole article. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It was 6. Here's the cons. Certain guys play for, and here's the reality. Certain guys play for minutes. Certain guys play to be all-stars. Certain guys play to be in the Hall of Fame. LeBron James plays basketball to win championships and to be the greatest player ever. So, like, putting that in perspective is like, oh, you're trying to make it to the top of the hill? This motherfucker's trying to go to Mars.
Yes.
Okay, so, like, that is the difference of, like, how he approaches the game. So, for this team, I think they are still very young at heart. And I think his attitude towards the season would be great for them, especially Donovan Mitchell, especially Darius Garland. And you go 6'9", 7 foot with 2 small guards. I'm okay with that.
Don't do that to my hometown.